Captain Joe's Shoes back with another food review. Today I am here at Sonic, the drive-in that America knows and loves. And today, on a very windy day, we'll be checking out their pulled pork menu. They've got a pulled pork sandwich, a pulled pork cheeseburger, and some pulled pork tachos. They're tater tots with fixins on them. They're tachos, and we're gonna try out all of it. But before we get started, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like, leave a comment, let me know if you've had the Sonic pulled pork menu, anything on it, if you like it, if you don't like it, let me know down in the comments. And here, I am here at Sonic because we like trying stuff out, and I'm a pulled pork guy. So when I see pulled pork, and that's kind of different for fast food offerings, so I had to get here and check it out before they take it off the menu. So maybe I'm a little late, but I still got here and I'm still gonna try it out. And like I said, there's two sandwiches. One, a regular pulled pork sandwich, the other, a pulled pork cheeseburger, and then we've got the tachos. So we're gonna dig in to all of that right now. Let's start with the tachos. So the tachos come in a cardboard sleeve, and get a good look at them here. So we got our pulled pork, our barbecue sauce, our cheese sauce, and our tater tots. And I think the Sonic tater tots are good kind of on their own, but now we're gonna get our first taste to what this Sonic pulled pork menu is like. So let's dig in. Not a bad start. I actually like these a lot. Like I said, I think their tater tots are good on their own. They gave a good amount of cheese and barbecue sauce, but not to the point like it was on everything, but it wasn't overly on everything where then it becomes messy and it starts dripping and leaking all over. We know, if you watch this channel regularly, how much I like kind of neatness in my food. I don't like feeling like I gotta be careful or I'm gonna get sloppy. That's the kind of stuff I really don't like, and I thought Sonic did a good job of doing that. The pulled pork maybe could have been a little more on there. It's not a huge order here, but I think you could have thrown a little bit more pulled pork on there maybe, because with pulled pork sometimes it gets kind of clumped up, and then because it's not broken up like completely, you end up missing it in kind of all your forkfuls. But I think this is pretty good. I think it's a nice way to start. And I'm gonna give this a 3.5 main man. 3.5 stars on the pulled pork tachos. I thought this was pretty good. So next up, let's see, what do we got? We got this one. It's gonna be a mystery. Which one do we have here? This is the regular pulled pork sandwich. We've got our pulled pork, we've got pickles, and we've got barbecue sauce on their standard brioche bun. This is actually a good size. I want to say this was less than $4 too. The pulled pork sandwich on its own was maybe like 4 and change. I think that's what it was. I think it was about like $4.29 or something. And I think this is actually, just looking at it, a pretty good size for that. So let's dig into this. Pulled pork sandwich down. Obviously pulled pork is hard to keep in in a regular sandwich setting. We're gonna get some dropping, so you know what to do. Get down there and eat it up, you tubby bitch. You paid for that. Get your money's worth. Once again, I'm impressed. Now, I think the qualifier has to be, we are at a fast food restaurant. We're not at some classic barbecue smokehouse. And you have to take that into consideration if you're gonna come and try this out and say, oh, I want my, bro, it's Sonic. You're not at Chubby's or whatever in Kansas City. You're at Sonic. And for fast food pulled pork, that was pretty good. I think the barbecue sauce has a nice little flavor to it. It has a little spice, but nothing hot that's gonna drive you insane if you're not someone who's into spicy. I think this is pretty good. I'm gonna give the pulled pork sandwich a 3.5 main man. 3.5 stars on the pulled pork sandwich here at Sonic. We are off to a rousing start because the last couple of times I've been to Sonic, I've kind of been a little disappointed in their offerings. But that's why we got this one for last. I love the sauce here. I said I want my food clean. In the sandwich setting becomes difficult, right? But now we're gonna come to the pulled pork cheeseburger. And let's see what we got. Let's see how this looks. So I am not the biggest fan of Sonic burgers. We have a very small amount of pulled pork on this, but we have our American cheese there on the bottom, our pickles, and our barbecue sauce. The burger itself doesn't look great. And if the gimmick is pulled pork, I feel like they're definitely, just on looks alone, should be a little bit more pulled pork here. But we're gonna check this one out as well. It's on the menu, gotta try it, right? So let's go. Oh. So the gimmick here is the pulled pork. Work the gimmick. There wasn't really a lot of pulled pork on there, and their burgers are just not the best. The Sonic burgers are just not in that level of burgers that I look forward to in the fast food universe. And a lot of times when I come to Sonic, because they have a new burger, I always end up disappointed, as if I don't know what I'm getting myself into, because I know what their burgers are like. I've had enough of Sonic burgers at this point to know that they're not my favorite. And with this, yeah, it's the same thing. So I'm gonna say this is kind of disappointing because it's the Sonic burger with not a lot of pulled pork. But I kind of should have expected that coming in. So I still think the pulled pork is good and the barbecue sauce is good. But I think if you're interested in that, you could just stick with the pulled pork sandwich and not have to get the burger. At the same time, I think everything on this menu was priced in a really nice way. The Tachos were under $4 for that little box there. And I think that's fine because you're getting the tots, the cheese, the pulled pork. You're getting all that. It's a decent order. It's a decent size. So for under $4, I think that's great. And both of these sandwiches, the regular pulled pork sandwich was $4 and change. The cheeseburger with the pulled pork was like $5.29. I don't think that's bad at all. So credit to Sonic there for good pricing and giving you like an affordable option to try it out. Even if you don't like it, it's not like you just wasted, a week's pay on a new sandwich. But the cheeseburger is not gonna be my favorite because I don't like the Sonic burger. If you are a fan of the Sonic burgers, this is probably gonna be up your alley because I think the pulled pork does add to it, and masks the burger a little bit, but the Sonic burger always tastes a little overcooked, a little rubbery to me, and it's not really my thing. So I'm gonna drop this down with the burger to a double main man 2 stars. All in all, I think this is still a successful trip, and I think this is a really good menu to go try out, because I was a fan of the Tachos and I was a fan of the pulled pork sandwich by itself. The burger let me down, but I should have expected that coming in because I already know how I feel about the Sonic burgers. So I would say go check this out for yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And with all that being said, let's make like Tom and cool.